Okay. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to this presentation on passive and co-founders. We've got Mr. Redfern. He's going to do a presentation to explain the business to you. If you've got any questions, you can obviously put them in the chat, or you can actually ask the questions at the end. As Red has already said, if you're already a founder and you've got a question, please come to the Monday night questions and answers webinar that's put on a Monday evening. So I'm going to kick it off. I'm going to pass it over to Red now, and we'll get going. Okay, Red?
Thanks very much, Peter, and welcome everybody who's here for the first time. I will be turning off my video camera when we get going. I just think that it helps people concentrate on the slides and what I've actually got to say. But I always like starting off these webinars in exactly the same way, and that is trying to relax people who are here for the first time and get some of those pertinent questions out of the way that you've probably got on your mind and on the tip of your tongue. And the first one is always, is this company legal and legitimate? Yes, it is the answer. It was first registered back in November of 2018 and subsequently has also been registered 2018 in Orlando, Florida. And subsequently of January of this year, it was registered as a limited company in Hyderabad, India. And it's also within the last month or so been registered in Singapore as well. Either one of these registrations gives us the legal right to operate as an informational technology company anywhere across the globe. As a little side note as well, the ONPASSIVE.com domain name was registered in November of 2018 as well for 10 years. So we are a serious business, we are a serious company, and we have got all the intentions of being here for a very, very long time. The other one as well is probably why every single person is here is, can I make money with OnPassive? And the answer to that is yes, you can. And whatever your desired limit is possible with OnPassive. There is no limitations, there is no caps, there is no qualifications. Whatever your monetary desire is available and attainable with OnPassive. And the best of all it is if you introduce this to somebody else as well, that they have exactly the same chance as everybody else. There is no first in, best paid or anything like that. Everybody has a level playing field with OnPassive. So to get started then, let's go through what we are going to talk about today. So what is it we're going to learn from this webinar today? We're going to have a look at what OnPassive is, the person who is in charge. This is the guy who came up with the idea of OnPassive. We're going to have a look at the OnPassive products and services and why we actually do need these online right now. And we're going to have a look at why to become a founder right now, which is what this presentation is all about. It's about that founder's position, what the benefits of that founder position are, and how to get started if it is something that is going to interest you. So what exactly is OnPassive? Well, for a start, it is an informational technology business that has artificial intelligence at its core. We are a brick and mortar asset company. And as I said before, we are a complete online marketing solution. And we provide a 100% automated, done for you platform. Next screens, please, Peter. As I said, we are a brick and mortar asset company. We have at the moment 3 physical offices around the globe. Our very first one we had was in Orlando, Florida. This is where our CEO is housed in one of the offices in this office block in Orlando, Florida. And also where our main hub is concerned is in a place called Hyderabad, India. We took this building over on a lease of 9 years in December of last year. It's been completely refurbished, and it is where all of our technicians, IT staff, support staff, and everybody in between goes to work on our behalf to create the products and services of OnPassive, which we will be showing you later on in this presentation. Now, you're probably asking, well, where is Hyderabad in India and what is the significance of it? It is basically the Silicon Valley of India. It's where all of the major tech giants have a presence, including Microsoft and Apple, just to name a few. Amazon are there also as well. Indians are notorious for being some of the best IT guys in the market, and our CEO decided, instead of bringing them to the States, why not have a presence there so that we can then recruit the best of the best all in one place. And this is what we did back in December of last year, and we now have around about 700 staff here in this office block here, and that is to cover absolutely everything that we need in an online and offline presence. Our latest building that we have, or offices, which is two floors in Singapore, this was brought online about 5 weeks or so ago, and this is where our main marketing hub is going to be as well. So as you can see in this next picture there, the office block have been completely refurbished to a very, very high standard. It's 7 floors of loveliness. Each floor is designated to different services that we require within the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. And we have some very, very happy employees. Our CEO and founder has gone out of his way to make sure that we pay above the average wage for our staff. And there is also some very, very good incentives for these guys to work very hard for us, the founders. So who exactly is the guy behind ONPASSIVE? His name is Ash Mufareh. He is our CEO, founder, and visionary, the guy who came up with the idea of ONPASSIVE. He's a family man, got a wife and 2 lovely boys, 7 and 3. He's got in his own right well over 20 years of online business experience. He's been extremely successful to the tune of millions in his own right, and also for other companies. He is an absolute guru at marketing and recruiting, but there was always something that was eluding him, even though he was making a lot of money online for himself and other businesses. He was very good at doing it, but he couldn't get other people to replicate what he was doing. He joined other companies, got them going, brought people in, and then sometimes the companies folded on him without anything to do with him, or people just couldn't replicate what he was doing. Even though he actually produced funnels and lead generation for these people, they couldn't do what he wanted them to do. So he thought there must be an easier and more straightforward way to do business online, one that is legal, legitimate, and is not going to go bust in 5 minutes. He had this fantastic idea called ONPASSIVE. So he went around looking at companies that would facilitate his needs. He couldn't find one, and then with the backing of his family and notably his wife, he decided, you know something, let's do it on our own. But before he could do this, he went back to college, got himself a Master's of Informational Technology and E-commerce, and also attended Harvard for a short period of time, specifically to learn about online business creation. And back in July of 2018, the whole idea of ONPASSIVE first started. So before we get into the products of ONPASSIVE, okay, what is it going to do for you as a founder? Now, I've already told you that with ONPASSIVE, you have the potential to make a residual income, okay, and that residual income is entirely up to you at what level you want it to be. So the other things that's going to happen to you as a founder, it is a completely 100% automated, done for you solution. So what do I mean by this? I mean that we will physically be paying the company ONPASSIVE to do everything for us. Once you have paid your founder's fee, and at the moment to become a founder will cost you $97 US, so that's around about 75 quid. Okay, that gets your foot in the door, that gets your skin in the game. And part of that is this early bird founders position, which we are showing you this opportunity for right now. When we launch to the world, and this is going to be happening very shortly, we will be a customer-based business. This means customers will be physically buying our digital products and services online. We, as the founders, will be receiving a commission from these customers paying for our products and services. ONPASSIVE will market us with a domain name and a website that they will build for us on our behalf, because remember, I've just said we pay the company to do it. They will go out, they will market all the products and services on our behalf. If somebody clicks on your website and your link and then goes on to purchase a product from ONPASSIVE, guess what happens? You get a commission, and this then drops into your organization, all done for you, completely hands-free. Not only that, they will also then continue to help your customers in your organization by providing a complete customer service ecosystem. And they will continually update and upgrade these customers with other products and services of ONPASSIVE. So there is no recruiting or converting of leads, because the company does it all for you on your behalf. They will also guaranteed targeted traffic to your website on your behalf by using proprietary technology developed with artificial intelligence at its core. They will also manage 100% of all of the customer supports, and all the tools you need for your access are easily accessible with just one login under one roof in one ecosystem. And the best of all of this, guys, is it is 100% totally self-funding. With ONPASSIVE, you will only ever pay twice out of pocket. That is once to become a founder, and I've said that is $97 US, 75 quid. And then the next time you physically have to pay money out of your pocket is when we launch to the world as a customer-based business. And this will cost you around about $200 to $300 US. So if you've got in the back of your mind around about 170 to 220 quid, okay, that's you done. You will never have to pay out of your pocket again. Yes, it is a monthly subscription, but your payments will come out of the profits and the commissions that the company will get on your behalf. Once you've paid those subscriptions, that one subscription, then the rest of the money is yours. It drops into your wallet. You would withdraw it whenever you want. There is no caps. There is no qualifications. Once it's there, it is yours. So let's have a look at some of the products of ONPASSIVE. Now, here in front of you is just 20. At any time and your leisure, you can go over to onpassive.com. Okay, and you can go into depth into any of these digital products that you see here. They are in high demand right now, to the tune of around about 4.5 billion with a B. People are using similar products and services to what ONPASSIVE has designed specifically and proprietary only for ONPASSIVE right now on the internet. We have not taken anybody else's tech and revamped it and chucked it out as our own. All of those people in Hyderabad have built from the ground up, integrated with artificial intelligence, and they are only for ONPASSIVE. But the best of it all, guys, is every single one of these products is in one place. You don't have to open up different browsers to get different things or pay different subscriptions for different things you want online. One payment, you get the lot as a founder. Now, here in front of you is just 20. We're going to have over 50 when we launch to the public. I'm just going to take 3 out of here to explain 3 of these products and services. And like I said, anytime you can pop over to onpassive.com, have a look at them in depth. There's a big explanation about them, frequently asked questions that goes into detail exactly what these products are going to do for the customer. Academy, top left-hand side, this is our e-learning center, a bit like Open University in the UK. So if you are a college, school, university, or any academic place, you can upload your curriculum onto Academy, and anywhere, anybody across the globe can access it and do your curriculum there on Academy. If you're a business, you have training modules, you could put them there. If you are an entrepreneur or a a chef or a metal worker or a carpenter or a baker or anything, and you've got courses that you want to teach somebody to do, they can access it there on Academy. The other one we've got then is one called OConnect. This is our multimedia service. So we're using Zoom at the moment. Now, Zoom is very limited. You've probably got a screen in front of you, a small picture on the right-hand side of me and some other people, and a few tabs down at the bottom. It's very limited. If you click on anything, you lose that main screen. With OConnect, we all have a very easy drag and drop facility. So you can drag in a chalkboard, for instance, if you want to do some writing up, drag in a chat area or a video or anything else like that on top of the main screen without losing it. And the best of it all is it's going to be visually better, higher definition, faster and easier to use and share. But the best of all is it will automatically translate into 57 different languages live. So can you imagine this product integrated into Academy? Okay, you are a teacher teaching your curriculum, and you can teach to anybody across the world. All they have to do is click a button and it will automatically translate what that teacher is saying into 57 different languages. If you're a business and you are multinational across the globe, you won't need to use any translators because it will do it automatically. So it is a massive scope area that we are plugging into. And remember, I said that over 4.5 billion people use a similar product and service right now. So we are looking at a very large market cap of people that are using similar products. The last one I'll quickly chat about is ONet. Okay, this is our media service as far as socializing is concerned. It will incorporate everything that we love about Facebook, love about YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn, all in one place in a completely safe ecosystem environment that is free from any negativity, racism, or political agendas. And it is going to be an amazing thing. People cannot wait to start using ONet. They've had it up to their eyeballs with Facebook, with the control and everything else. So I think that myself personally is going to be a massive hit. So pop over to onpassive.com, guys, and have a look at those products and services in depth. So let's have a look at the big players who are out there right now who have similar products and services to us online. Now, there's some big names. We've got Zoom, Gmail, we've got Facebook, we've got GoDaddy, Shopify, Just Giving, GoWeber, Google, just to name a few that are all out there right now with a similar product and service to ONPASSIVE. So you're probably thinking, well, I love using these programs. It doesn't cost me any money. So why would I move over to ONPASSIVE? Quite simply because you as a founder, we will physically be paying the founders to use our products and services. Not only that, our products are going to be at a cheaper price point. For businesses, our products are going to be in higher definition, easier to use, easier to share, and above all, people are going to love them because the visual is far better. Now, if you remember in the old days, there was nothing wrong with AOL. There was nothing wrong with Ask Jeeves, but Google came along and made it a lot better. In the old days, there was nothing wrong with our old email systems, if you remember, okay, but Gmail came along and made it better. All we are saying here is there is a space in this market for a new kid on the block. And that new kid is ONPASSIVE. We are going to be giving fantastic value, fantastic service, all in one place, under one roof, with one login for all of these products and services. Now, if you do anything online, you probably have to go all over the place to pay for these. If you use GoDaddy, you probably have to pay for your domain name from GoDaddy. You might have a website that you pay for somewhere else. If you do any advertising, you probably use Aweber. If you're doing anything online and teaching, you have to use Zoom. All these applications are all over the place and you have to log in individually and pay individually to use their services. On Passive, one login, one roof, under one roof, and all accessible. There is no extra payments. It is all included in that one price for every single one of our products and services. It is unheard of, and nobody else has ever brought this many products, this many services together in one place under one roof. And the best of all of it is every single one of our products can be used individually or integrated to be used alongside another one. And that is because we have built them from the ground up, put in artificial intelligence so they work seamlessly together. So let's have a little recap then, okay, about what we, oh, sorry, I was just going to say, I haven't got to that bit yet. One of the things that we're going to do, which other companies don't do, is marketing. Remember I said that ONPASSIVE does everything for us. They are going to go out and market us as a business to the public. Okay, they're going to give us a domain name and they're going to build us a website. They are then going to market that website to the customers. So how are they going to do it? Now, one of the ways they're going to do it is video marketing. Now, everybody loves a visual. We're doing it now. I'm using slides. You're listening to me, but you're looking at what I am doing. You do it on a daily basis. How many times a day do you send a picture to somebody, or use Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or any of the other mediums? We love having visuals. ONPASSIVE is no different. We understand this market, and this is something that we are going to tap in to by using video marketing. We're going to use high quality broadcastable videos that have intelligent video formats with a super easy user interface that's easier to share. And we're going to use it to a thing called prioritized target audience. What is a prioritizing target audience? Quite simply, it is an audience that we know is looking for one of our products and services. So you're probably thinking, well, how do we know they are looking for one of our products? I'll give you an example. If you go online at the moment and you decide to have a look for a washing machine, so you can go to Google, you can go to Amazon or eBay or anywhere to search for a washing machine. Now, you search for it, you click on a few links, you might buy it or you might not buy it. It doesn't really matter. But the next time that you go anywhere on social media or even open up your computer, what do you see down that right-hand side? Adverts. And what are those adverts for? What you have been searching for. This is artificial intelligence. We have exactly the same technology in ONPASSIVE, and we will know instantly when somebody is started searching for one of our products and services. What are we going to do? We are then going to target that audience with one of our products and services, so there is a much higher chance of that customer going on to purchase one of our products. What does that mean? It means that if it's your link in that website that they're viewing, you get a commission. It falls into your organization without you having to lift a finger. They're going to use video marketing. They're going to use radio advertising, TV advertising, banners, mail shots, and many, many other forms of advertising to get eyes on our products and services. So let's recap then where we are so far in this presentation. As a founder, what is it going to do for me? It is a fund solution for any cause. This means that the money that you get from ONPASSIVE, you can use for anything you want. You will have immediate payment. Okay, this means there is no waiting period, no only paying on a Friday or once a month or before you've hit certain levels. If it is there in your wallet, you can withdraw it daily, hourly, wherever. It doesn't really matter. And you can withdraw it directly into your bank account or other means as well. Okay, this is because it is legal, legitimate money from a registered company. There is no need to hide. How many times have you tried stuff online and you're hiding your money because you're not quite sure if it is real, legitimate money. You have to pay your taxes on the money that you earn from ONPASSIVE. This is your responsibility, and we encourage people to do just that. ONPASSIVE will also do all of the top marketing done for you 100% automated. They're going to guarantee visitors and signups to your websites using breakthrough products for the automation of your financial freedom, plus a lot more. They're also going to provide people who have got an existing business. So if you have already got a business, whether it be online or offline, if it is legal and legitimate, you can host it on the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. And in return, they will then drive traffic to your business. But that's all they will do. They will not follow up on these leads. They will not then convert them. They will not then do the customer services. But what they will do is drive traffic, targeted traffic to your business. If you don't have a business, so the likes of 99% of founders right now online with ONPASSIVE, we provide to those that have no business or success in the online marketing place a plug and play system that will guarantee your success. Why? Because the company are doing everything for you. You do not have to worry how it works, why it works. All you have to do is to participate, and the company will do the rest. We will seek to help to obtain your abundance online by using our unique marketing system. So let's have a look at the old business model you're probably used to seeing and why ours is so different. Most of the things you see online are based on competition and conflict. How many times have we been there, whether it's online or offline, that you have to sell so many things before you hit a target, or you have to then buy something else to do something else? It's all very stressful. 97% of stuff that you see online end up being a scam in one way or form. They turn into a money pit, require selling and recruiting, and everybody hates that. How many times have we been to the same people saying, I want to show you something, it's really good, and then they get that eye roll and not another one of those online things again? With ONPASSIVE, you don't have to do anything like that at all. Tools are normally obtained separately. There's never any guarantees, and normally they pit marketers against each other. And the worst of all, guys, is that compensation plan is normally based on your own efforts. With ONPASSIVE, everything is based on a mutual benefit. This means the more that I help you, the more you succeed. In return, the more I succeed, but more importantly, the company succeed. Because the more the company succeed in the internet space, the more exposure they get, the more products they sell. And what does that mean? That means more sales, more commissions for us, the founders. We're a real business. I showed you the pictures of our offices. We have been registered. We are completely legal and above board. We have real in high demand products that people are using right now to the tune of 4.5 billion people. We have real people that have built, designed, and real people who are our support staff. In the future, you'll be able to physically pick up a phone and talk to somebody about any problems that you have within ONPASSIVE. At the moment, there is real people answering our emails. It is completely self-funding as a founder. You pay twice, and then that is you done. And after that, we will be paying you to use the products and services of ONPASSIVE. Marketers don't have to sell or recruit because the company do it for us. Every tool needed for your success is included in those 2 out-of-pocket payments. And the best of it all, guys, is it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. This means you can actually pay for it, come on in, have a look. If it's not for you, that's absolutely fine. Contact support saying, can I have a refund? We refund you the money, you walk away, we walk away, and we're all happy. If you don't believe me, you can actually pay by a Visa or MasterCard, and you're backed by their guarantee anyway. So it's a win-win situation. Marketers will only ever compete for themselves, whatever that level of residual income that you are trying to gain. That is up to you. You will not ever have anybody telling you what you have to do. You can be completely passive with ONPASSIVE. You do not have to do anything at all, and you will still win and succeed. And the best of all always, guys, it comes with a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan, and you will get more details with that when you join as a founder. Richard, our CEO, said everybody in the near future will use something from ONPASSIVE, whether they come for the money, tools, benefits, or connections, or even the communications. They will have a reason to come to ONPASSIVE. And that is so, so true. Anybody who is doing anything online, even if it is just socializing, will have a reason to use one of the ONPASSIVE products and services. Guys, we have residual bills, so why not make a residual income to pay for those residual bills? So how are we going to do everything that I've told you about so far in this presentation? We're going to do it by using artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is changing the world of digital marketing right now. Companies are falling over themselves to integrate their products and services with AI. Now, we have done this from the get-go. We have integrated it and built it into every single one of our products and services from the ground up. Like I said, they can be used individually or seamlessly combined with each other. There has only ever been one other company that has put these products and services together in one place under one roof. That was about 25 years ago. They had Excel, they had Word, and they had Note, and they put them together and they called it Microsoft Office. Now look how big Microsoft are. They are a huge player in the internet space. You have the chance now to become a founder in this early bird position of the next internet giant. What would you give to be a founder in Microsoft? What would you give to be a founder in Apple or Amazon? You have the chance for $97, which is 75 quid, to secure your position in that next mega giant of an internet company. So let's recap. What is it going to do for you as a founder? ONPASSIVE is going to build your team and grow your business by using 50 in-demand products and services that will automatically send traffic to your website. They're going to seamlessly follow up with your leads, convert them so that they then join your ONPASSIVE business. They will then manage all of the customer support questions that your business may have. And it provides a system that will enable maximum team retention by using artificial intelligence. Now, the journey of ONPASSIVE has been nothing short of phenomenal. We started in July of 2018, and by the January of 2019, we had around about 10,000 founders. Okay, and then at the end of it, just hang on one second. Okay, so by January of 2019, we had 10,000 founders. Let's leapfrog forward one whole year to January of 2020. We had 56,000 founders. Things started getting pretty interested. We brought 46,000 founders in that 1 year period. Let's go forward 6 months to June, 90,000. So we've done in 6 months what we did in a year previously. Let's go forward 3 months to the September, 150,000. So we've just done in 3 months what we did in 6 months. Then we hit September. Things started going pretty crazy. We've been bringing in between 2,000 and 3,000 founders every single day since September. And as you can see, that total, we stand at 1,102 founders today. That is a phenomenal amount of founders who have joined in this early bird position. Why? Quite frankly, they do not want to miss this opportunity. How many times have other opportunities sailed by you and you didn't take that leap of faith to join? Is it too late, even though there's 1 million people there right now? No, it's not. We estimate within our first year, we will have over 100 million customers in our organization. That means that you will be about 1% of the total of ONPASSIVE. All of those other customers that come in, they will be falling in underneath you, and you will be earning commissions from then purchasing our products and services. ONPASSIVE is going to be the next massive unicorn company. What exactly is a unicorn company? It is a privately owned startup company with a valuation exceeding $1 billion. There's many out there, the likes of Microsoft, Apple, Disney are one as well. You know, these companies have been around for a long time and they are all unicorn companies, but nobody has ever done it in their first year of operation. Not only will ONPASSIVE do it in their first year, but we'll also do it within our first month of opening to the public. Now, I've told you a lot about this founder's position, about what the company is going to do for you, but what else are you going to get for your $97 that you are paying to become a founder? You will get exclusive access to the O-Founders back office. This is an environment, a website where only founders can go. There is a chat facility where you can, community where you can talk to like-minded founders. There is bespoke links that are there with your name on it that have been designed by ONPASSIVE so that you can share this opportunity with people if you wish to. There's old webinars you can watch. There is material that you can use. Plus, there is lots and lots of updates to keep you up to date with what is going on in ONPASSIVE. You'll also get early access to use the products and services before they become available to the general public. You'll get prioritized positioning within the company payment system that goes on your date stamp. You'll also be a member of the inner circle where we get to beta test ideas in a roundtable kind of format and give feedback to the leaders, plus a lot more. So let's recap. What are you going to have with ONPASSIVE as a founder? The company is going to completely automatically 100% automated for you, advertise, market, get leads and signups, are going to recruit for you, build your team. And this is for your business or any other business opportunity that is legal. It's going to do this by providing a massive income opportunity by simply using the breakthrough platform and ecosystem that we call ONPASSIVE. Now, there's been some fantastic names and brains out there that have produced some massive companies already. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, Elon Musk created Tesla and SpaceX, Steve Jobs created Apple, and Jeff Bezos created one of the largest companies on earth, Amazon. We have our own CEO and founder who would love you to join us on this journey as a founder and partner of ONPASSIVE. Thanks very much, guys, for watching this presentation. Okay, we would love you to lock in your position today. Please get back to the person who invited you to this presentation today, and they will then give you more information about how to sign up as a founder. The window, guys, I know I say it a lot, is closing very, very quickly. I would not be surprised if we've only got weeks left to become a founder. So get back to that person who's invited you to this webinar so that they can get you started. Thanks very much, and back over to you, lads.
Thank you, Red. A great presentation once again by Mr. Redfern. Brilliant. Paul, can I pass it over to you? If you can answer some of the questions. There's a few other leaders as well here. I'm not feeling 100%, so I'll just carry on doing the recording and the video. And so if you can take over, I appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine, Peter. Thank you very much. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, as I said at the start of this presentation, once Red has done his magic with the slides and his explanation of what ONPASSIVE is and what it can do for you, I'm sure you're a lot clearer, and I should imagine a lot of your questions have been answered. And as Red said, any questions you've got, they're really for new people, they're for guests. So if you're a guest here and you've got any questions you'd like to ask, please put your hand up or unmute your mic and put your camera on and come and ask a question. Either myself, Red, or one of the other founders. There's people here that have been in the business. I've been in it 2 years. Some have been in it 3 years. So there's plenty of people here that can ask you a question. So if there's anyone there that would like to ask a question, please do so now. Unmute your mic and put your camera on, or type your question in the chat section that you can see, and someone will answer that question. I'll give a few seconds to see if we've got anyone coming up, because obviously I'm flicking across the slides to see who's got their hand up. You could probably see better than me, Pete, with your screen. Has there anyone got their hand up? Anyone got a question? Or has Red done such a marvelous job again, like he always does, and there are no questions? Well, we stunned the audience tonight. Look at that.
Yeah, there's no questions really. I don't know if you want to bring a few leaders on. You know.
Yeah, it'd be really nice. There's someone I've been watching on video for a long time who does lots of sort of chats and videos and is on lots of webinars. And she's not from the UK or Ireland, but she's on here tonight. I wonder whether we could hear from Kathy Lee Freeman, please. Unmute your mic, put your camera on.
Hi, guys.
That's
Thank
great.
you. Thank you, Paul. And it's a wonderful presentation, Peter and Red. I've never heard you do it, and I'm honored to be here tonight. I'm kind of looking for some new energy and new information. I've been here since 2018, since October 23rd. And my husband and I. So we've been here a long time. We're really excited about what's happening now. If we don't have any guests, I have a question, but I don't know if I could, or I can just, it's a generic, or we can maybe turn it into something later. My question is that I know that, especially like Mike Ellis has said, that he will be marketing certain products by himself to expand his business, or expand what's happening. So I'm really interested in that, but I'm terrible at marketing. I mean, I can market myself as a therapist, but I can't, it's like we have a team, but I want to grow my team. Like I want to grow my team too. I have a marketer here up where we live in Martin County, Florida, which is 2 hours south of Ash. And when he met me when I first moved here last year, he said, I don't want to talk to you about ONPASSIVE. Now we have the products. He said, I want to see products, right? Well, now we have the products. So I think that maybe showing the slides that Peter's offering, which I think is so generous. Thank you, Peter. But I don't know if anyone else has any other ideas, because he's got thousands of people that follow him. And if I can get him on, then he'll bring everybody else on that is under him.
You want to take that, Paul? Unmute yourself, mate.
I've got to unmute my mic. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be, there's going to be lots of ways to do market things and things like that. And obviously, when the company launches, we can actually buy extra traffic packs and move that traffic pack designed to market whatever it is we want to do. But one thing that's really helped me, because it sounds like, Kathy, this is someone you want on board, and it sounds like a friend. And I've often had people say to me, yeah, but we've been in things before and some have been successful and some haven't. How do we get our friends on board when they go, oh, not another one, like Red said, And I made a video about a year ago. And if you go to my YouTube channel, I think it's on page 2. And it's just called How to Get Your Friends Involved. And it was literally, I just spoke, I think I was sitting in my front room and I just spoke from the heart about how I've got my friends involved, and some of them are on here tonight. So hello, Peter Bathurst, I can see you. Hi, Colin Tanner, and hi, Andy Borthwick, who's been a friend of mine for 25 years.
Wow.
And all I really did, and what I've said on that video, was is to be a good friend and to go to some of these people and show them, say, look, I've got this link. I don't need you to join ONPASSIVE, because it's not like a network marketing. And I'm really pleased with that, because I spent over 30 years in network marketing. I had a good time, but I had a bad time also. And I felt like I could never stop working. But this isn't like that at all, because of what Red said. It's fully automated, so it takes care of everything for me. So I put that across, that, you know, I'm not looking for them to come and build a team with me again. I'm looking for them and me to finish on a high this time. And for some reason, a lot of them listen to me on that video. Sometimes when you get on the phone, oh, yeah, hi, how you doing? But when they could literally watch a video in their own time, they go, oh, actually, yeah, we've been friends for years. All right, I'll have a listen to him, you know. And I had a lovely email a while ago from a lady in Australia, in ONPASSIVE. She used mine. She said, can I use your video for my friends? I said, please do. You know, sometimes we all say the same thing, but when someone else says the same thing, other people seem to pay attention, which is weird. And she said, I got my friend involved. Thanks ever so much. I said, go use it again. Go use it again. Go use it again. You know, so that's available for anybody on here. You know, sometimes you can say something and it just resonates with somebody. But that for me was one of the easiest forms of marketing, because I didn't want to get into clever marketing again. I wanted to do something that other people could duplicate, because that's really what this business is about, duplication. So if I could do something so simple, like put a little video together and just let someone watch it, and then someone says, well, I haven't even got to put a video together, I could just send them pulls, you know, and I'm not going to steal that person. It says under the video, please get back to the person that introduced you to this video. But that's just one way. And for me, sometimes simplicity just does it, you know. There's something that, whether I get the time tonight, I don't know. I'll have to ask the governor, Peter Rogers. But there's something I was going to cover tonight. If we've got the time for it, I will do. And it was how I've been in this business 2 years on the 23rd of December. And the fact is, I've come to a realization that I'm all done. I haven't got to do anything else, which I'm thinking, wow, I'm all done. And we haven't even launched yet. Now, that's going to be quite remarkable. If we don't have the time here for me to cover that tonight, because it will take a few minutes, I'm going to put it in my email update, and that'll go out this week. But that might also help someone, because it just helps you to focus a little bit, to say, well, I'd like to be all done too, you know, and it doesn't take long at all. So, you know, use that video, Kathy, but just be a good friend, and I know you are, because I know you. we've had chats and things like that, and when you're a good friend, you know, it overtakes everything else. I hope that helps.
Oh, it helps a lot. And if you have an email list, I'll send you I'll message you my email. Maybe you could put me on. But you know, I think you're right. When we first moved here a year ago, this guy called me, and he's head of the marketing for what they call the Treasure Coast in Florida, which is where I live. And he has a Facebook opportunity group, and he called me. He said, "Hey," I said, "Hey," and you know, he's a country guy, and he's got he's got thousands of followers, and he said, "You can make $1 million with Pampered Chef on my opportunity page." I said, "I'm not doing Pampered Chef anymore." I said, I taught cooking, and Red will appreciate this. I said, I taught cooking online during the bad part of COVID. And I said, he says, yeah, I know you're all about ONPASSIVE. I don't want to talk to you about it until I can see products. So that's why now, as soon as we launch, I want to get him, because he will appreciate it. I mean, he works like a crazy person. And you know, I know he's just spending lots of money, and he also works 6 days a week with a job. So that email will, I mean, the YouTube video will really help, plus Peter's slides. I'm really grateful for you guys. Thank you.
Do you know, Kathy, sometimes you get people that are so busy in business that they look at you for where they think you are. And it's I think it's something that's quite sad in life, where people try and sort of pigeonhole you, and they go, oh, and they meet you and they go, oh, what do you do? And they work out, what do you do for a living? You know, they look at what you're driving, they look at your shoes, they look at how you dress. They're trying to pigeonhole you to work out how much respect they're going to give you. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Isn't that weird? And it really annoys me because I dress
know.
ordinary.
It annoys me too.
I'm not a suit. But I met a guy a little while ago who joined my business called David. Really nice. I get up at 3:20 in the morning, and I drive a delivery van for a bakery. So I take bread out to shops and stores and cafes before they even open. So it's an early shift. And I got to the end of my shift, and I popped into this little sort of posh coffee granule place. And there was a guy sitting there. This is about 2 months ago, and he was on his laptop. And they gave me a free coffee because it was the end of my shift. I said, yeah, thanks very much. And I just sort of thought, how do I get a conversation started? I'm only here for a few minutes. And I said, oh, are you using this as your satellite office? And David said, yeah. And I said, I used to use Little Chef, which was like a little coffee place. And I don't think they're there anymore. But I said, that used to be my satellite office. And we both laughed. And I'm 62 and he's the same. And I said, you're busy? He said, oh, yeah, really busy. And then he was telling me about his company. And basically, whether you've got an airport, a railway, a major motorway, whatever it is, whatever these big things are that get finished, him and his company go into them to make sure everything's okay to open it. So it's a big thing. And he said it cost him $100,000 a year to stand still, to pay for his staff and his, in his office and everything else. And he said, and I'm going to be in Birmingham today, down a manhole cover. He said, I own the company to make sure that something's really good. And I said, wow, that's something else, isn't it? And I said, well, I'm not a van driver, but I can drive a van. And he can see my badge on here saying bakery, and he knows I've just delivered the bread to this place. And he said, I like that. And he repeated what I said. You're not a van driver, but you can drive a van. I said, yes. I said, I'm involved in something quite remarkable. I said, quite soon, I'm not going to have to work anymore because of what this business is going to do. He said, tell me more. And I said, so I told him a little bit. And, I told him a little bit about it. Like Ash says, don't give him too much, but I covered one product that Red covered tonight, which is the O Connect. And I simply said to him, I said, oh, we all use Zoom and everything. He said, yeah. And I said, well, we've got a product. I said, imagine this. I could do a presentation in English, and over 50 countries are going to hear it in their language as I'm talking. I said, it might come out a little bit like a tom-tom. I said, but they can hear it. He said, wow. He said, that's a game changer. Give me your email address, tell me more. And I thought, this is amazing. And he said, I like what you said. I'm not a van driver, but I can drive a van. He didn't judge me because I was in a uniform and I was obviously doing a manual job that pays rubbish, you can imagine. And he said, how old are you? I said, I'm 62. And I said to him I don't live my life in years, I live my life in visits, because I haven't got many years. Who knows what we've got left? I need more visits. And he said, I'm just like you. I'm 62. I live my life. He said, I'm 55 minutes into a rugby match. And I had to think for a minute because I'm not a huge rugby fan. So I had to think. And he said, there's not a lot of time left. He said, I've got to run with the ball. I've got to throw the ball. I've got to kick it. I've got to do something. But I cannot keep paying out $100,000 a year and going down manhole covers myself. So, that's the thing. Sometimes you look at people and thinking, well, that's a business person. He's on a lot more than me. She's a corporate thing. I'm only a worker. I'm only a blue collar worker. Never, ever put yourself down, because whatever you do, you're not what you are. You just happen to be able to do that job. I'm not a van driver, but I can drive a van. But I'm not a business person, but I'm business minded. And I could see what Ash was saying. And it's been a tremendous 2 years for me. And I tell you what, I'm all done. I can't believe I'm all done. If you knew what I knew, how I'm all done,
we could say we're all done too, but it's like, I got to get this guy.
You've got to get it.
Like, I got to get this guy.
But you're getting because you don't need it. Do you know why? You're getting because you don't need it. When he realizes
it would help so many people because they're all spending so. I mean, Weber, my God, just so it's so expensive, and ClickFunnels. So
well, once he looks at the products and things, he looks at ONPASSIVE.com. You can see what we do. He'll realize that you don't need him, but he needs you. And it's a lovely, powerful position to be in, because it instantly makes you feel successful, whether we've launched or not. We actually feel successful.
It's a gift that you're offering these people. I think that's how to approach it as well. Is that this is a gift. Yeah. I mean, look at what you're going to say. It's marketing.
I tell you, I could.
I'll let you know if I get it.
You've had it. Thanks, Kathy. Is there anybody else who's got a question or would like to say anything on there? Because there's a guy on there called Hoppy that keeps nodding at what I'm saying. Hi, Hoppy.
There's a good saying, isn't there, Paul? Everyone's broke, just at different levels.
Oh, we're all broke at different levels. Some are broke at 15,000 a year, and some are broke at 109,000 because they spend 112 because you live to where you are. You know, you've just got to have it. You don't need it. You got to have it.
Yeah, and someone says that you're broke until the next job or something. I don't know. I don't think that way. My husband's 89 years old. He still works. He's a mechanical engineer. He's going to work till he dies. I said, no, you don't need to do that. You know, you don't need, but he wants to because he loves it.
Well, my sponsor is a lovely friend of mine called Dennis Owens, and Dennis Owens was 89 years old yesterday, you know, and Dennis and I have known each other since 1996, and he used to come to my network marketing presentations. I didn't introduce him. He sat on the front row taking notes and things like that, and he kept asking me, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, and in the end, he kept apologizing. He said, I'm really sorry I keep asking. He said, you're not making any money out of me. I said, it doesn't matter. And he couldn't understand how it didn't matter. You know, and Dennis and I have been friends for years. And my friend on here tonight, Andy Borthwick, we had a laugh and a joke today online. Andy's got a sore throat, so he won't talk tonight because he's got a little bit of, you know, flu or whatever. But Andy and I have been together 25 years because of Dennis Owens. We've been good friends, you know, and, you know, so you never know who one person's going to lead you to. And it's thanks to Dennis that made me look at ONPASSIVE, because I wouldn't look for 3 months. And he sort of embarrassed me a bit and said, well, you know, you live in this fantastic place in the woods, but you've got a job. That doesn't make sense. You know, and he had to embarrass me a little bit. And I took it because he was a friend. And that's what real friends do. They kind of get you to listen in the most polite way because you're a friend.
That's great. Thank you.
I found this little bit of paper I keep this in my wallet. There's a little bit of paper I found as I was clearing out my flip, and it's has anyone ever told you to do goals? Or you probably won't see that. I don't know. But my mentor was a guy called Jim Rohn, and when I joined
this,
I
love him. Yes.
I had spent some time with Jim, and Jim always taught me to write things down because a short pencil was better than a long memory. We haven't got one, you know. And the goal was, when I looked at this thing, I've ticked off 7 out of the 9 things on my list now, and I'm thinking, wow, I wrote that down. I'll just read them actually very quickly. Sponsor 3 people. Sponsor 3 people in my first month. I did that. Personally introduced 50 people. I've exceeded that. Build past level 5. I've exceeded that. Get to speak with Ash directly. Exceeded that. Ash actually boosted one of my YouTube channels. He said, oh, I like the video you made, Paul. You're in the woods. What? You're watching my video, the CEO? That's amazing. And he's a lovely guy, and he watches what people do. I've got get as many old friends involved. Tick. Help people who have helped me. Now, if you're going to be in a business like this, who do you want to help? Anyone? Well, yes. But who do you really want to help? The people that help me. And I always remember the people that help me, and I remember the people that don't. Okay? Always forgive your enemies. Always forgive your enemies, but never forget their name. Okay? So, and also pay for them to get involved. And I've done that over 20 times. I've got over 20 people involved I've paid for. Get time freedom back. That's the only one that's not ticked yet. Get to 3,000 a month with no job. Now, we've all got goals. Some people want 10, 20,000 a month. I've earned more than 10,000 a month in the past. But my goal in ONPASSIVE wasn't to get to 10,000 again. It was to get to 3,000 a month, which is very achievable because that will allow me to give up work. It will allow me to live in the UK for 6 months and in the sun for 6 months. What more do I want? So that's the only two ticks that I haven't ticked yet. But that's like really close.
That's so, I mean, look at me. I got the same thing. I can't, I write everything down. I have to. If you don't have goals, you're not going to get anywhere.
But when I originally wrote that down, I was so beaten up because I'd lost a lot of money in network marketing. Nobody really wanted to talk to me. So the idea of me actually getting 3 people on board was ridiculous. The idea of me introducing 50 people myself was ridiculous 2 years ago. Now, Red and some other people have introduced over 1,000. You know, they're not thinking about 3 grand. Can you imagine? I'm thinking about 3 grand. You know,
I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm thinking of, to be honest.
But
Whatever it
Red's wife's
is.
got a lovely. Red's wife had a lovely thing she said the other week. Red's wife created a word which was amazing. She said, "Don't be muggly. Don't be muggly.
Don't be muggly.
Don't be money ugly. Don't be
Money
so,
ugly.
you know, £3,000 will give me my time freedom and will allow me to live in this country and the sunshine." And people say, "Well, what do you do for a living?" I don't do anything. I'm a founder with ONPASSIVE. Yeah, but you must have to do something. I said, "No, because it's automated. It's automated. I don't think we look at that word long enough. But when I made that list, I think it's important that you make a list that looks ridiculous to you. You can't understand that list today. But 2-3 months from now, you would have, like I had, you would have surpassed that list. Can't believe that. But that's what ONPASSIVE will do. It will surpass your list. I'm sorry I'm taking up too much of your time. I'm excited.
Paul, there's
got a question in the.
yeah, go on,
Sorry.
read it out then, Pete.
Thank you.
It's for you, Red, if you want to read it.
Okay, it says, this is from Macca's phone. Please explain what you mean by business driving traffic to us. We register with our names, but you state that ONPASSIVE will create a website for our business. Do you have to convert to the businesses? Do we as individuals need to use all products on ONPASSIVE? What are the advantages of signing up and not signing up for them as a founder? Okay, really, really good questions. What I mean by business is ONPASSIVE. They are the business. So we sign up as individuals in our own name as a founder. That's our skin in the game. That's our foot in the door. That is the $97, the 75 quid that we are securing our position as a founder in ONPASSIVE. Okay, so that's the first thing. Remember I said you pay twice out of pocket. The second time you pay is when we launch to the world. And part of this activation fee of between $200 and $300 US, okay, is the company will register us a domain name. So as you register a domain name right now on GoDaddy, you open up that box, you could put your name in it, they'll give you suggestions, or you can import your own that you've already got. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. The company, and when I mean the company, is ONPASSIVE. They will also then build us a website, okay? And this is the websites that they are going to market for every single founder of ONPASSIVE. Now, as a founder, you don't have to use any of the products and services. They are there for the customers, okay? The customers will be purchasing these. So if you think about it, you go shopping into a supermarket, okay, for your daily or for your weekly food shop. You get your trolley, you're going up and down. You might just buy 2 or 3 items, but the trolley next to you stacked high up here. They go through the cash register, but that cash register they're going through is your till. Okay, you as a founder have that cash register. They're buying everything. You've only got a few things. So it doesn't matter how many you use. Okay, it's all to do with how many the customers are buying, because at the end of the day, they are the ones that are paying the commissions to use the products and services. So you do not have to use any of the products and services if you don't want to. But why wouldn't you want to use them? They're there. Okay, so we might as well use them. And what are the advantages of signing up now? Like I said, this founder's position is not going to be here forever. Yes, there's going to be customers, and yes, there is going to be resellers, affiliates, or whatever we will call them later on. And yes, they will be able to build organizations after the founder's position has finished. But there is tangible reasons to be a founder. One is that we will have access to the OFounders back office, and that is only for founders. Another is there is going to be structured bonuses only for founders, not for anyone else. Founders will also get a higher traffic level included in our activation fee, whereas resellers and affiliates customers will not. So there is a lot of different reasons, plus banner advertising, plus customer bonuses, company bonuses that we don't even know about right now. It really is, for the sake of 75 quid, an absolute no-brainer. I cannot emphasize it enough to anybody, really. It's one meal out for two people. That's all it is. You know, it comes with a 30-day money get back guarantee. You can pay it with a credit card or debit card. So you're backed by that guarantee anyway. Do you know, Richard Branson once said, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not quite sure what it is, get in and then learn how to do it later. This window is closing, guys. All right. So just get in and you will absolutely think it's the best thing that you've ever done. You do not have to know everything about it, but one thing you do have to do is to participate, and that is to secure that founder's position. Back over to you, Pete.
Thanks, Red. You got an answer for everything, mate. You really know your stuff. Well done. We got another, somebody's got the hand up. Deepak, if you want to unmute yourself and ask your question, please do.
Yes, very good morning, afternoon and evening, every founder. I have a guest in this webinar. It's Raviraj Patil. I think so he want to ask something. So I just want him if he have any query, because he joined little late. So if I want him, if you want to ask anything, you can ask. Agar if you don't know English, you can ask in Hindi. I will ask your question in English, no problem. रविराज, अगर आपको इंग्लिश नहीं बोलना आता तो आप हिंदी में अपना क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हो मुझसे, मैं आपका क्वेश्चन आगे डिक्टेट कर दूंगा. So he's asking something in chat. Oh.
Yeah, what is ONPASSIVE? Okay.
What?
Right. The thing to do, Deepak, is if you send an email, Peter will put his email into the chat area.
I've done that already, Red.
Right. Just put it in again, and we will send you the recording of this presentation. Also, he is your invitee, so give him the onpassive.com link as well, and tell him to go over there. He can actually change the language in the ONPASSIVE website to Hindi as well, so he'll understand fully exactly what it is all about. And we would love to see Raj on board.
ओके राज, ये रेड बोल रहे हैं कि आपको मैं ईमेल भेज दूंगा और उसके साथ साथ जो ये पूरा प्रेजेंटेशन हुआ इसकी भी कॉपी भेज दूंगा, और साथ में जिस लिंक से आपको फाउंडर बनना है वो भी लिंक भेज दूंगा, और वो चाहते हैं कि आप इसमें फाउंडर बने. और मैं शॉर्टकट में थोड़ा बताऊंगा कि ONPASSIVE एक आईटी कंपनी है जो कि AI ड्रिवन टूल्स लेकर आ रही है, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस और मशीन लर्निंग टेक्नोलॉजी से जो इंटरनेट पे टूल्स बनते हैं वो लेकर आ रही है, और वो सब टूल्स एक जगह पर होंगे और पूरी दुनिया इन टूल्स को यूज करने वाली है. ये एक ऐसा इंटरनेट लेके आने वाली है जो कि बड़ा ज्यादा ऑटोमेशन पे चलेगा और जो कि पूरी दुनिया को बहुत ही एक नेक्स्ट लेवल पे लेके जाएगा. और ये बहुत अच्छा इंटरनेट है. इंडिया में बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे फाउंडर बने हैं और बहुत अच्छे बिजनेसमैन, हर कैटेगरी के लोग यहाँ इसमें हैं. तो मैं चाहूंगा कि आप भी इसमें फाउंडर जरूर बने, और इसमें आपको कुछ काम करना नहीं पड़ना, सिर्फ फाउंडर पोजीशन लेनी है और बस बैठ जाना. देन यू विल सी द मैजिक व्हाट विल हैपन इन योर लाइफ. फिर आप देखोगे कि आपकी जिंदगी में क्या चमत्कार होता है. सो थैंक यू सो मच रेड एंड पीटर. आई जस्ट सेड हिम एवरीथिंग इन हिंदी. सो थैंक यू एंड ओवर टू यू.
Thank you. Thank you. That's great. Thank you. Has anybody else got any questions? I can't see any hands risen. Let's bring on an IT guy. Colin Manny, are you there, Colin? Colin, are you there? Colin Manny? He's a really knowledgeable guy in IT. He's obviously disappeared for a minute. He was there a minute ago. Okay, I'm going to pass it back over to Paul because he seems to have a lot to say.
I'm in trouble. I've always got a lot to say. Oh, well, as a parent and a father, I'm sure there's a lot of you on here that are parents. And I've said earlier on about focusing. And I remembered something that was said to me a while ago. And it was, do you remember when your children were kids? And it's December, it's Christmas time, and they got like Christmas plays and things like that. Now, when you went to their little schools and you watched them, there was probably about 30 people on stage, wasn't there? 30 kids. Did you look at the 30 kids? No. You looked at your kid, your child. You go to a football match, your child's playing football. They're all running around there. How many children do you see playing football? One. Yours. Now then, because you're in ONPASSIVE, you've got children. Do you know what my children think I'm doing? My children think I'm nuts. They don't agree with me. They just think I'm a space cadet and it's not going to work and everything else, you know, because my kids, they're 29 and 32 now, you know, they're lovely, but they don't see Ash Mufareh, Redfern, Peter Rogers, Kathy Lou Freeman. They don't see all this. We got 1,102,000 people. My kids do not see that. Do you know what they see? Daddy. Daddy. That's what they see. And what do they want to see? They want to see happy daddy. So that's another thing why I've got my list, because every now and again I remind them that what's happened to me in ONPASSIVE that they can't see is on my list, because I only really want two things from ONPASSIVE. One is time freedom. The money's great and we're going to earn really good money. I've got multiple positions and I've got one position that's purely for charity. So I'm not even going to touch the money for that position. I know I'm going to get to the stage where it's going to probably bring in something ridiculous like $30,000 a month. Now, my job that month is, how do I give $30,000 away? Right? Well, I haven't got time to go to work because I'm going to give $30,000 away. That's the reality of what's going to happen. But what I can also do is give some of that money to one of our products called OBless. It's 100% crowdfunding system. So I will look on our OBless and say, well, who needs this and that? Let me give them 2,000. Let me give them 500, whatever it is. So, you know, one of the things that is my time freedom. But the other thing is also is I want my kids to be proud of me. You know, and you know what that costs? Nothing. I want my kids to say, Daddy, you did something meaningful. You didn't just go out like you've done in the past to make some money, like I did in network marketing. This is far more than money. You went out to help a lot of people. And as I said, I've now introduced over 50 people personally. So I know that in time, there's going to be over 50 millionaires created. I'm in the UK and Ireland group, which is what we're on tonight. That's 9 of us that got together, bought one position, and we share that income, whatever that income's going to be. But that means if you're part of the UK and Ireland team, and some people have said, well, how do I double my money? Well, come and join the UK and Ireland team. So you can buy another position within the UK. Now, I've signed up about 9 people from that. One's from Australia, one's in New Zealand. You haven't got to be from the UK and Ireland, you can join that. And what we're all going to do is we're going to purchase traffic, and we're going to put that traffic into your link. So we're going to help the people do that, and I'm going to help the people that I've introduced and paid for. One of the best things I want to do when we start to get paid soon is I'm going to keep a little bit for myself because I need it to pay bills, but I'm going to buy lots of traffic packs from the company. So I'm buying the company's product to direct that traffic to those people that I want to help. Because the quicker I get them to 5,000 a month, the quicker I get to 30 or 40,000 a month. Now, 2 of the people that I bought positions for are at work. One's my boss, Nick. He's lovely. He's really nice, but he's always stressed. Whenever you see him, he just looks stressed. I'm thinking, you need more than this, because you're nearly looking at like a heart attack. And the other guy is a little guy called Steve, who trained me on some of the routes that I'm now doing. And Steve is 63, he's 1 year older than me, but he looks a lot older than me. I know I probably look 65, but I'm 62, right? So, but Steve is 63 and he looks, and I started to ask Steve, what sort of things do you want in life, you know? And he said, well, I really wanted to live in the sun, but because my daughter got in a lot of financial problems and her husband left her and everything, she got into a huge amount of debt. He said, and we've had to use the house money in the sun to clear her, to get it done. And that's what you do for your kids. But he took away Steve's dream. Now I'm thinking, I want to help Steve. So I didn't say, oh, Steve, you've got to come and join this. I bought Steve a position. Steve doesn't know I bought him a position. Nick doesn't know I bought him a position yet. But they've got some amazing things to come because they don't know what's coming. But every day when I get back to the depot and I get out of my van and I go and see my boss and I see Steve, I quietly grin to myself because I know what I've done for them and what's going to happen for them, and it make a big difference. This year alone, a lot of people have passed away this year, and you know, all close to us, you know, and just in my family, 3 people in my family passed away this year. In June, he was 43 years of age. 2 months ago, one was in her 70s. That's still too young. And 2 weeks ago, one lady was 51. And, you know, we want to help everybody. But sometimes you've got to stop living in years. You've got to start living in visits and say, well, instead of putting things off, put things on. It's time to get started. It's time to pay it for somebody. It's time to get somebody in. And someone says, well, I'm not very good. I want to build a business, but I can't sponsor people. Well, have you got your wife involved? Have you got a position for your husband? There's one. Have you got your kids involved? There's another 2. Have you got your friends? And they go, well, I couldn't really afford it. What do you think I earn driving a van? Oh, just above minimum wage. However, I found enough money at month after month to buy another position for someone I care about. Because aren't they worth $97, £75? Of course they are. Steve is, Nick is, and a few others I've got. And the kids, they don't know yet either. They think I'm a space cadet. Listen, this spaceship's landing, I'm telling you, they're going to be mighty pleased when it does, because their life's going to be totally different. So, you know, don't think about the small amount of money. Think about what you can do for other people. I've got these little cards I hand out, you know. Although I'm done and I don't technically have to do any more, which is crazy because in network marketing I could never stop. But physically I could stop doing this. I don't need to do this anymore because Ash is going to do it all for me. He told me 1.5 years ago, Ash was on a webinar and said, you leaders out there, when we launch, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you running around the country doing webinars. I don't want to see you doing all this stuff. I want to see you on the beach. Otherwise, why am I doing this? Think about that. Why am I doing this? So from the bottom of my heart, Ash, thanks for doing this, because you've changed the mold. We don't have to keep thinking we're never going to be able to stop work. I'm 63 in March and I'm going to be free. So that's going to be my story. I'm 63 and I'm free. You know, that's good. That's going to be, Steve is 63. And I said to him one day, some of the routes are really heavy. And you get back and you're thinking, that was a tough day. And I said, Steve, you know, when do you see you're going to self-retire? And he said, in 3 years' time. I said, do you really see yourself doing this every day? We have to start at 4 in the morning every day for the next 3 years. He said, yeah. And I thought, no, you haven't. You don't know yet, but no, you haven't. Do you know any Steves? Do you know any people like that? You're thinking, well, you know, Red said the founder position's coming to an end real soon. You know, if you just did it for one person, what a difference that makes. Dennis Owens did it for me. What a difference that made. I'm looking on a small scale. You know, there's people that have done far more than me. Look on the leaderboard. I'm nowhere near it. But what I've done, those 50 odd people plus the 9 I put in the UK and Ireland team, they're just going to keep sharing it with other people. You know, we can't change the world, but we can change the world for one person. You know, and that's all we're going to do is one person at a time. So, you know, please think about that. But that tonight was that thing. I remember when I was a kid, all I saw was them. Well, remember the people looking at you, not paying attention to ONPASSIVE. They're looking at you. So give them some results to look for. From tonight, go and make a little list like mine and say what you want to do. Go and sign your husband up. Go and sign your wife up. Come and join the UK and Ireland group. You know, we're here to help you. We're never going to stop, but we're just going to do it without any stress. Do you think that we get frustrated? Well, yeah. I've only just got my back office online. And everyone said, oh, you must have got it done 2 weeks ago. No, I couldn't get in. Why not? Because they've got to refine it, you know. To think that we wouldn't have any problems is naive. You know, you look at Microsoft, how big they were, and they got going, but on Windows 8 and Windows 10, it tripped up. Did they quit? No, of course they didn't quit. They refined it, they repaired it, they got it going. So, you know, my thing is don't sweat the small stuff. I can't fix what I can't fix, but Ash can. His team can. You know, so do you know what I did when I got frustrated? I had 2 or 3 days off. I'm on the leadership council. I took 2 or 3 days off. That's not, why would you do that? because I'm just like you, I'm human. And I get frustrated sometimes. But Jim Rohn taught me, don't be frustrated for 2 weeks, make it 2 days. Don't make it 2 days, make it 2 hours, And that's all we've got to do with this. This is just the best thing you'll ever see. We're all here to help you. We've all got ideas. We don't know it all. None of us know it all. But if whatever we can do to help you, it doesn't matter whether we get paid on you or not. It makes no difference. We just want you to be free with us. Time freedom is the precious thing that you can see all your family. You can give people time. You can pay for their people that are struggling. Imagine someone needs a car battery, someone needs a car, someone needs help, someone needs a flight ticket because they've got to get somewhere. They haven't got it, and they're embarrassed to tell you they haven't got it because we all think everyone's doing well. Well, guess what? No one's doing well, not really, but they are. They're non-passive. They're doing exceedingly well, and I can't believe that I'm 2 years into this, and I'm done. Because I've never been able to be in that position before. Kathy's been in this 3 years. She's done. Red's been in this 3 years. He's done. So is Peter Rogers. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. But, there's a man called Ken Russo that Ash mentioned last week. Ken's got over 300,000 people in his downline. You don't see Ken Russo on every webinar. You don't see him on videos. He does great articles now and again in the Leadership Council. But Ken's responsible for 1/3 of this company. Ken doesn't sweat the small stuff. So it's great. Anyway, I think I've covered as much as I can cover for tonight. Get back to the person who's shown you this thing. And if you're a founder, new or old, and you haven't got your partner in yet, you haven't got your kids in yet, that's the best gift you could ever. If you want to give them a Christmas present, that's going to be what a biggie. And if they've never thanked you for enough before, because they don't thank us for what we do. They're really going to thank you in the future. Okay. Anyway, back to you, Peter. You probably want to close the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul. You come out with so much knowledge. It was really good. Red, do you want to say anything before we close off?
No, I'm good. Thanks very much.
Okay. So thank you everybody for joining us. Obviously, this is the Wednesday night UK and Ireland webinar. We will be doing this now, obviously, for the following Wednesday. So come and join us again later on. Obviously, if you've been invited along to this presentation, please get back to the person who's invited you. And if you quickly have a look in the chat, my email's there. If you want a copy of the webinar, then I will gladly send the a copy of the webinar to you. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you again same time next week. And thanks for your time. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.